There was once a job so feared, so disgusting, that people would not sit beside you, would not touch you, talk to you, and would not speak your name out loud unless death forced them to. And yet, when someone died, they called for you anyway. These people were called Sin Eaters. And it's as creepy as it sounds. Buckle up, this one's weird. If you like uneasy history and want more people to feel uneasy too, like this video and share it so it deserves a wider audience. Your friends, family, and I will thank you. In a small village in Britain or Wales centuries ago, a house sits coldly silent. The body of the deceased lies inside, washed and waiting for a spiritual release. Family members whisper quietly, not prayers, but specific instructions. Bread is then laid on the chest of the dead. Ale is poured and set beside the body, and a mysterious stranger darkens the doorway. He's not a priest, he's not a doctor, he's not even family. He is there to take something no one else wants to deal with. The Sin Eater steps forward, reaches for the body, and eats the food and drinks the ale. In doing so, he consumes the sins of the dead, not symbolically, literally in the minds of the people watching. Every lie, every cruelty, every unconfessed failure of the deceased is believed to pass onto him with each bite. When he finishes the ritual, the soul is considered clean, free to rest, and free to move on. And the Sin Eater walks off into the night, heavier than before. This practice grew out of fear of judgment, fear of dying with unresolved guilt, fear that confession might never come in time. In places where formal religion felt distant or inaccessible, communities created their own solutions. They outsourced sin. The Sin Eater became a vessel, a spiritual landfill. Someone paid a few coins to absorb what the living could not bear to leave behind, and the cost was isolation. Sin Eaters were avoided in daily life, children were warned to stay away from them, neighbors refused to share meals with them. They lived on the outskirts of villages, often in poverty, carrying the invisible weight of dozens of deaths and thousands of sins. People believed that every sin that the Sin Eater consumed stayed with them forever. The church, well, they obviously did not approve of this practice. This ritual conflicted with Christian teachings about confession and personal responsibility, but it persisted anyway, quietly, unofficially, passed from village to village, generation to generation, like a secret everyone pretended not to know. What makes the tradition unsettling is not the ritual itself. That is weird. It's what it reveals about humans. These communities believed guilt was transferable, that moral debt could be shifted onto someone else if you were desperate enough. That peace for the dead, well, it required contamination of a living soul. The Sin Eater existed so everyone else could pretend that they were clean. By the 19th century, the practice had faded into history. Church authority strengthened, and folk rituals slowly disappeared. The Sin Eater slipped into obscurity and then into legend. Every society finds ways to decide who carries its shame, who absorbs the blame, who becomes untouchable so everyone else can move on a little bit lighter. The Sin Eater was honest about it. If you want more history that feels unsettling because it reflects